Good morning, guys. So this week's topic, for 5 minutes or less, is going to be about vocabulary and self-talk when it comes to weight loss. And so this is a big one for me. I really struggle with what I tell myself and the vocabulary that I use when I'm talking. And so I'll give you some examples of things to kind of stay away from because how we talk about things tend to drive what we do, if that makes sense. And so an example of this is I was talking to my health coach and I was sharing that sometimes Brett likes to order pizza, and I'm like, and I can't have it, and it's not fair. He doesn't support me, and I know that some of you guys can relate to that. And the big thing about that is that you can have the pizza. Like, you could have it. You just have to ask yourself, do you want the pizza? And would the future person that you want to be want the pizza? So your goals have to be strong enough, and your vision of who you want to be and where you want to go have to be stronger than a piece of pizza. But how you talk about it is up to you. So instead of saying that you can't have the pizza, say, I don't want the pizza because I have a goal and the pizza is going to get in the way of that goal. Now, that sounds like a simple shift, but it's really hard when you're used to talking to people and you constantly share, like, I can't have this, I can't have that, I can't have this because I'm on this plan or this diet, but reality is you want to strive towards healthy eating. And if you're doing a Beachbody program, then you are already doing that because the nutrition plan that comes with the Beachbody program will have a nutrition guide that has the healthy options. So it's not about deprivation, like not ever eating carbs or never eating sugar again, or it's about moderation and learning what is the right portion, what's moderation, what's a portion size look like, and then choosing, well, maybe you do have pizza, and maybe that pizza is on Friday night and you have a slice of pizza with a salad instead of eating half a pizza or a whole pizza. Now my son's going to come over and start bothering me. Would you like that? I know. All right, bye. Sorry. And so what's really important, again, is just the vocabulary you're using. Another thing that we do a lot is talk about cheat meals. Like, I had a cheat meal the other day, or I'm going to have a cheat day this weekend, or because when you use the word cheat, it's almost like saying that you're doing something wrong. And so, again, it's your mindset about healthy living. So just make sure that you're aware of those things. You're not having cheat days. You made a choice. You're going to make a choice to eat some pizza with a healthy side. You're going to make a choice to have healthy moderation and portion control. You're going to make a choice because you don't want to eat that pizza. You don't want to eat that sundae. You don't want to have that latte because your goal is bigger than that want in that moment. Which kind of leads me to the next part. We're an immediate gratification society right now. We buy first with credit or whatever, and then we pay for it later. And it's the same thing with food. It's the same thing with health. If, we convince ourselves that it's okay, that we eat it now, we want it now. It makes us feel better right then in the moment. This is a big one for my emotional and stress eaters. It makes you feel good in that moment, but then you feel horrible afterwards. It's that cycle. The cycle goes round and round and round. And so you're doing really, really well and you're losing weight and it feels amazing. And then you have a cheat meal that you normally can't have. You're using that vocabulary. So you feel bad about it because you're already setting yourself up. I can't have this. It's a cheat meal. And then you eat it. You feel good while you're eating it. 15 minutes later, you immediately feel guilty. Like, I've put in all this work and I've made all this progress and I threw it all away just for a moment of satisfaction. So if you change your vocabulary and you're very mindful, and you'll hear me talk about that next week too, but if you're very mindful about what you're eating and the vocabulary you're using and keeping in mind, think about what would future Sam want? What would future Stephanie want? What would future Courtney want? Think about those things in your mind about what is your goal? Why do you want to do this? Why is getting healthy so important to you? Yes, you want to feel good. That's awesome. Do you want to be there for your kids? Do you want to be able to play with your kids? Do you want to feel comfortable going outside and dressing up and going out to eat and not feeling uncomfortable in your clothing and having confidence in yourself? All of those are wonderful things. So keep that in mind, that your visualization of what you want and the words that you're using when you're talking about food, and that you're mindful of your choices, that you don't fall into that trap of immediate gratification, that you are thinking of, I have a goal in the future that I'm working towards. So I went over 5 minutes and I said I would never do that, but this is an important one and I'll probably touch on it again. I might even post a couple videos this weekend, because the self-talk, visualization, vocabulary that we have in our society about food is extremely unhealthy. And so this is a big part of being successful. Nutrition's important, exercise is important, but especially for my peeps that have a lot of weight to lose, a lot of it comes down to emotion, stress, how we think about food, the things we tell ourselves. That is the biggest obstacle that you have to overcome. So on that note, I'll let my little man say hi. Say I'm Batman today. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good weekend. Bye. Say bye. Say bye. No bye. All right.
No.
No.